Well, going back to sports, Ishal, you are also interested in fencing, and you take part in competitions. See. A lot of people think that it is a bit dangerous. Do you?
Some people think it's dangerous because the way most people describe fencing is sword fighting. The end of the sword,
the tip,
the tip is like protected, and you have loads of protective, lots of protective gear to make sure you're okay.
Mask.
Yeah, mask. You have loads of layers to keep you okay. I don't think it's dangerous. I think.
You enjoy it?
I find it lots of fun. Like
What sort of competitions have you won in that?
I've gone to some competitions, like friendly ones, so not necessarily on one on like a national level yet. But
I understand that you also take part in some charity work. Charity for children?
So I'm passionate about, I've done some fundraising for Kids for Kids, which is a organisation which aids fundraising for children in Darfur. So children they need like hand pumps or stuff, hand pumps, or like to get water, or they provide a goat for to a family for a couple of years, which like provides milk, which then leads on to more goats and cows. So yeah, but I'm also actively part of Girls Up, which is about girls' education and girls' rights, not just in this country, but like throughout the world, so like in Bangladesh and in all the other countries. Yeah.
You have also achieved Head Teachers Achievement Award. What is that?
So when I was in infant school, the Head Teachers Achievement Award was awarded each year, I think, to a student who was like in their eyes like a model pupil, like for the head teacher, like so one who was like a model pupil, and it was like quite a big deal.
The teacher's pet?
Not a teacher's pet, but like someone who they could like rely on, but was also like quite friendly to others, just like a general like nice person, also like
good at studies, good in behavior, good with everybody. You are writing your first novel. Is it it's a sci-fi thing, is it?
So I quite like sci-fi novels in general, but I quite like it in the future.
Who is your best writer?
For sci-fi things, I like Terry. He writes a couple of sci-fi things. So the recent one I read is Slated. So it's about post-Brexit and about how all these government theories about how like they have to keep like some terrorists or something under control by using these wristbands, like with like modern technology. So at the moment it's about like the future and what it could hold, or like and the negatives and the positives. It's all like.
Is your novel based on this Earth or on some faraway planet?
I think it's based on this Earth. Yeah.
It will be. You're not sure, is it?
I haven't really specified which planet it's on yet.
Why do you want to become an astronaut?
I want to be an astronaut because I want to become an astronaut at the moment because I really want to. Because I always ask my parents like, what's beyond. I want to explore. Yeah, I want to know what's in the universe. I want to know. I've always had this like thing where there could be another planet that's almost identical to the Earth. It's just at the beginning process of it. So I don't know. It's just been created, and it's going to go through the same thing that we have. Just maybe we can shape it better. I don't know. So you can like that's like a whole universe out there, not just like the world, but like the world's like tiny in comparison to the universe, or maybe it's not as big as we think it is. Yeah.
Suppose, I mean, are you happy with this world as you see, or with your knowledge, with understanding? Suppose sometime in future you have all the technology at your disposal.
Oh, I'm happy with this world. I think it's amazing. It's just I think that there are some areas which are lovely, but I think some areas we could do a bit more to prevent like global warming, global dimming, problems poverty,
better health conditions.
yeah, better health conditions. Some people in general, like homelessness. I think it's just like some people as a community could be doing something better. Just like not necessarily like has to be or like litter. I think not necessarily something like everyone has to do. Just maybe like one small thing, like just to make the world like a little bit better each day. But I feel like it's something that could become a big problem in the future. But if it just needs to be dealt with like now, it's like
Yep. Yeah, that's a very good idea. I mean, global warming is going to become a very big
yeah,
problem.
I just think I don't think it's something that like everybody has to do like a massive thing to do. I think it's just something that someone needs to do. Like you just yourself have to do like something to make it a little bit better each day, or just like one problem, like maybe pick up a piece of litter you find on the floor, or turn the lights off.
Yep.
To prevent global warming. Use public transport.
Recycling is a big problem now.
Yeah,
the
recycling.
Use of plastics.
I think recycling needs, for example, in our school we're doing lots of recycling, so we've stopped giving disposable plastic bottles, like non-reusable plastic bottles. Whenever like we go on trips and stuff, so they either give you plastic, like cardboard, juice cartons, or you're meant to bring in your own water bottle, to try and prevent plastic going in the sea and fish.
How do you find your classmates? I mean, how do you get along with them? I mean, do they think that you are very smart, clever, intelligent, much more than than they are? So, is there any sort of misunderstanding sometimes?
I think some people might think, oh, there might be like a little bit misunderstanding, or maybe, I don't know, but I was like, no, or geek. I like to think that I have quite a normal communication. I have like a regular group of friends, anything that a normal person would have. Like some people might say, oh, you're really smart, can you help me with this? But I think I have quite a normal communication with people.
Right. You would like to become an astronaut. I mean, that is not something out of this world today, but what else would you like to be? I mean,
I quite like to either be an astronaut or study law. So I quite like to do crime law or family law. I quite like to be a lawyer.
Your special area of interest, as you said, I mean, apart from plague, that was for that purpose, but you like maths.
Yeah.
Right, see. And you find it very, very interesting, and you think it's challenging, but it's very logical. You can get the answer right.
I think that maths, if it's not right, then you know how to get it right. So someone can explain to you how to get it right. It's not as if it's like, maybe it's right, it could be right, but it could be this as well. It's like a definite answer. You can't have like two answers. I mean, you
2 plus 2 is 4, not 3.5.
Yeah. I think it's like there's a logical explanation for everything in maths. Like, yeah.
Well, how do we prove 2 plus 2 is 4? And not 3.5, I'm not joking.
So we're studying proof at the moment. So for example, 4 minus 2 is 2. It's something, so for example, if you had 2 plus 3 is 5, 2 plus 3 is 5. 5 minus 3 is 2, 5 minus 2 is 3, 2 plus 3 is 5.
It's through the process of elimination.
Yeah, it's process of elimination. But, yeah. I mean, it's easier to do proof when it's like, I don't know, algebra. But
That's very interesting. I mean, I was just being naughty with you on that. I never found maths a very interesting subject, because that I found very difficult, and passing was good enough for me. Passing mark was good enough for me. Your most favorite book is Diary of Anne Frank.
yeah.
Is it because it was written by a child, or?
It's because it's the struggles of what she had to go through as, like, not even as an adult, as a child herself, through World War II, and the general point of view of it, but also that she didn't know that it was going to be published or anything. It was just her own thoughts, her diary. Like, she wasn't writing it for the public. It was just a thing for herself. But so that's how you know it's a genuine thoughts of a young girl during World War II, and like a different perspective. So maybe some people might think. So like it's like the general perspective, like the Jews were going through a very tough time. It wasn't fair on them or anything.
Yeah. Are you into reading Harry Potter?
I'm a Potterhead in some ways, but I read Harry Potter and I read all of Harry Potter and I read all the films. I watched all the films.
Have you thought of writing something like that?
I've thought of writing something about that, something to do with magic, but I feel like I'd rather write. See, the reason why I like science fiction novels is because it's something that most likely probably won't happen, but there's like a slight possibility that it might be able to happen, or it gets you thinking. Whereas I feel like
do you have robotics in your mind when you say that it might happen, might not happen?
I feel like robotics in my mind, but also things like what's it called, teleportation.
Yep.
Because that's something that could happen, maybe couldn't happen. Hoverboards.
Yep.
Just things that at the moment feel like they could be pretty much impossible, but then at the same time you're probably thinking with the technology that's happening at the moment it probably could.
Well, we are coming to the end of this program, Ishal. We are honored to have hosted you, and we are so happy to tell our viewers that our young guest today is the finalist of this whole certificate. Can you zoom in? With the finalist of this Child Genius, organized by Channel 4, the only Bangladeshi person of Bangladeshi origin, and wish you more success in life.
Thank you.
Would you like to have a word or two for our younger viewers who would like to emulate you, copy you, follow you?
If you want to do something, then go for it. Don't let anybody hold you back or anything hold you back, or don't do anything because of other people. Just do what you want to do.
Thank you. It was a pleasure hosting you, Ishal. Thank you very much. We hope that you've enjoyed the show as much as we have. It was a pleasure hosting Ishal Mahmud, and we hope that the other younger persons watching the program today will be encouraged by her feat. Same time, same channel next week. See you.